Hi loves, and welcome to the channel. I'm Erica. This is GypsyCowgirlTarot. I am a psychic medium and a healer. I hope that all of you guys are doing amazing. I just want to take a moment to say Happy New Year. I hope that all of you guys are blessed with wish fulfillments, miraculous energies, healing, blessings, abundance, love, all the things that you are embodying at this time. May your reality finally reflect back to you that which you are. Okay, so quick message. I am planning on going live a little bit probably sometime this afternoon to do a collective live reading and to do live card pulls for you guys. The list is currently closed. You know, depending on how I feel during the live, I will, like towards the end, maybe take a few more people, but just a little FYI if you see this before then and you tune into the live. Okay, so I got a download for you guys today. I, recently have done a couple messages that are just like channeled messages from the divine, from ascended masters, from your higher selves, or spirit team. The last one was, I believe, a message with Jesus. I think that was the last one that I did. So if you haven't seen that and you want to go see that, it should be in the video lineup, like, I don't know, within the last like week or so. So this is a message from the divine in regards to what you have been feeling, what you've been going through, the massive initiations and upgrades that you guys have been experiencing and going through, and we have to swim through the dark, through the void. It's very Pluto, Scorpio, Plutonian type vibes, right? The light, the crack is how the light gets into the darkness. It's how we get cracked open, right? Like, we finally get cracked open, hit so hard by the divine, by an experience, by a relationship. For some of you guys, it's maybe, a twin flame activation type thing, but it knocks you, I'm going to say probably the majority of you guys tuning in, I have a lot of divine feminine energy here on the channel. Doesn't have to be though. I have masculine's energy too, right? And we all have both, obviously. It's like, it's just been a time of trial, tribulation, trial and error. We are clearing karma from the last like 15 years and then some. But for sure, like the last like 15 years. Since like what? I don't know, 2008, something like that. So it's been, for a lot of you guys, you've had a lot of like just these cycles that have been very difficult, painful, a lot of just sadness, heartbreak, losses, things of that nature. And each time that you experience these endings, these breakdowns, you leveled up. You learned something or many things from the experience, and then boom, you leveled up. And most of the times when something like this happens, more than most, right, that something good usually happens. Like, it truly is when one door closes, another one opens type thing. Even if we can't see that light at the end of the tunnel or the silver lining in that moment, it always comes. Because just like nature and the planets and everything, life, death, right? Babies being born and us transitioning out whenever that time is for us, right? It's all cyclical, it's all cycles, right? So you've come to this cycle now. I'm getting the pinnacle. It's a pinnacle type moment in your lives where you have finally broken a lot of the wheels. You've broken a lot of the big stuff. Some of you guys are going through huge transitions right now where you are breaking some big stuff. Maybe a very painful or toxic pattern that you've maybe had for a long time. Okay, whether that's a pattern with, yourself or I just saw 444. Thank you, angels. We have 100,000 angels joining us. They were already here, but coming in and supporting and holding this angelic sacred space with us through this message. Know that you are never alone. Yeah. For we, your angels, are always present. So the download that I got is you're winning a losing battle. 1/4/24, January 4th, 2024. Although that is a timeless message, right? As is this reading or message, whatever you want to call it. Usually you hear losing what is it? Winning a losing battle. I don't know what the saying is. Like, is it that? I don't know. But that's what came through. That's what I got. And like you may think of like winning a losing battle. Like that doesn't even sound like a good thing. It sounds like you're winning at something that is a total loss. The wins are cyclical. The losses are cyclical as well. And you are winning at what has been lost. You are winning at the losses, at the losing battle. That those that have come before you, your ancestors, etc., etc., etc. We are the ancestors, the ascended masters here on earth at this time, mastering our ascension, embodying the divine feminine once more, instead of it being, right, suppressed. We're moving into a new earth, right? The new earth is here. We're moving into an intuitive earth, a compassionate earth, a loving earth, a nurturing earth. And you guys play a big role in that. But to shift such a dense planet in humanity, and all the things, we, as within so without, we first go through our own personal feats. I just saw 711, 711. Luck is on your side. The wheel of destiny turns in favor of you, because you've been turning the wheel by what you've been accomplishing, your healing, etc., etc., etc. And you deserve it. And that's something that's coming through very strongly, is you're deserving, you're deserving, you're deserving. And maybe that's an affirmation for some of you guys. We have had so many lifetimes of like suffering and where others have taken our power, or in one way or the next had like dominion over us, and we're still like living that kind of reality right now here on 3D Earth right now. So it's very natural to even subconsciously feel unworthy. Sometimes people like, they will resist, like they may lack ambition. Some people may lack ambition, and it just seems like, oh, they're just not ambitious of a person. They could just care less. Like, no soul just doesn't care. You know what I mean? There's something more deeper going on that is keeping that person in a mode of, stagnancy, self-doubt. And there is like a lot of people have deep, unconscious fears or subconscious fears of success, or, having a lot of money, because it could be like a deeply rooted trauma, generational, of lack, and, just an unlucky bunch. It's like families that just, like, it's like if every generation of the family suffers with certain aspects or things, whether that be finances or ambition or, I have no idea. It could be anything, right? You're here helping to break that stuff, right? So, people who embody that, or just anything else, there's deeply rooted things, and there is things being uprooted within us all. Past life traumas, different things. We're going to get the jolts. We're going to get the, emotions that come up, situations, things that are like meant to trigger some kind of healing probably. But in the moment, it doesn't feel fun. It feels intense. Feels, uneasy, you know, and we've all been experiencing it. And for me, like personally, like I just recently, everything that's like past life stuff a lot of past life stuff is coming up for me. And I'm like, there's a lot of like just really crazy things going and experiences and like, whoa, hello, crazy town. But I know it's also like just, it's a part of everything and a part of the process and stuff. But that doesn't make it less intense. That doesn't make it less, right, of a dark night journey, right? When we're in that hermit era of a cycle of going deeply within and hermiting and isolation, you know, for introspection and soul searching. You know, it has been a time of deep personal healing. And it's almost like, okay, now you get to come out, like you're ready, like to come out, or like you're about to be ready to just like come out of that hermit stage and just, you know, break into these new beginnings and timelines and doors opening and relationships and things like that. This is definitely a year of divine union. Okay. The Orca Magic card. The Akashic libraries are open, which, yeah, they are. So, like, if you want to access your own Akash, you can, you know. It could be very simple as just, like, speaking to, you know, I go into a meditative state, just, like, you know, and see what you see, what comes through, what comes up for you, what resonates for, you know, whatever, okay? But some of you guys are being called to tap into your Akash. I had a very significant dream last night about family sigils and the symbolisms behind that and the power behind them. And some of them are just really not good, but some of them are, okay? And for me, and I feel like this is a message for a lot of the collective, if you've had a call at one point or the next in your life to look into your ancestry, your DNA, you know, find out more of like your family, what's happened, your, you know, kind of, you know, how they do all that stuff, family crests, you know, different symbols, things like that, like digging deeper into that stuff, because like the way that it was showed to me was like those hold power, great deal of power. So I think you would learn a lot about like your past lives by looking and researching, and I'm being called to it as well, but you know, for who this is for, it's for, who it's not, right? But I'm being called to like look into like my family crests, and I am being called to look in my ancestry on both sides, but right now they for some reason want me to really focus on my mother's side, the matriarchal side, which I'm not surprised. You know, there's a lot of like magical energies on that side, like priestess energies, things like that, but it's German and Welsh, and you know, so yeah, so I'm like, huh, okay, some answers lie within the family crest or sigil or whatever you want to call it, symbols. Okay, so anyways, side note. Okay, just gonna clear some energy really quickly before I read this. A time to say goodbye. Dragons are very specific, which, by the way, my loves, those of you guys who attended the Merlin activation workshop this past weekend, we ended up doing it on Sunday, 123, which worked out perfectly for a lot of people who were in the live attendance. And by the way, if you did purchase a ticket, I sent emails out to everyone with the recording and everything, okay? So check your emails if you purchased a ticket, if you weren't in attendance. If for some reason you did purchase a ticket and you didn't get the recorded link for the activation, then go ahead and send me an email with the subject title, Merlin activation, okay? But I think I got everyone, but it's always a great possibility that one or two people slip through the cracks somehow. So that's why I'm saying this. Okay, anyways. Something is about to end for now. 13. I do feel this is a chapter that is closed. Like there's something here about these huge karmic cycles and things that you guys have been going through. It like really is like, I feel right now more than ever, it feels like a time that has been, right, extremely transformational. And all I keep seeing is like the butterfly emerging from the cocoon, and that really is what I feel for so many of us right now, right? We had to go back into the cocoon for one reason or the next and then get crushed. To be rebirthed. Resurrected. Realigned, right? And now we're emerging as the butterfly. And the butterfly is that Scorpio energy, of course. So is that phoenix, which this little dragon guy right here, it's a dragon, but for some reason his colors remind me of the phoenix. You know, dragons represent like fire and air, right? So these could be, you know, fire or air sign energy for you guys. So let's go ahead and just read this, number 13, which, funny enough, right, is the death card in the major arcana, again, with Scorpio energy. It's an ending, that makes sense. Okay. Ready? Okay. So this is like really long. So I'm going to read the actual like message. Okay. Funny. Okay, so I'm just reading a little bit of this, and it's like kind of funny because it ties into like divine masculine, divine feminine connections. Okay, like it ties into this a bit too. All right, so a time to say goodbye speaks. We all must learn how to let something end. This time has now come for you. Oh my God. Like, did Mercury go out of retrograde? This time has now come for you. Something is about to end. Someone is about to go, and it feels like a part of you will die when he departs. Take heart, as we will help you through this time of endings, of letting go, and sometimes of holding tight to that which must be released. If a beloved being is leaving, energetically or physically, you must now let her go. It will make you sad, but there will be rebirth. You will move through this time, and there will be new people, allies, friends, and experiences to comfort you once the change has taken place. Your heart feels a little like breaking, we know, but we are here to tell you it will grow whole and shine again. But first, there must be a goodbye. Okay. So for some of you guys, it's a sign or confirmation of needing to walk away from something that you know is not good for you. Okay. Feels like it could be a person, whether that be romantic, platonic, for some of you guys both. Okay, but if we try to hold on to that which does not align with us anymore, we will keep getting you know, those towers. We will experience the divine realignment over and over and over again, right? And I think most of you guys have moved through this. Okay, there might just be some things that need to be revisited or readjusted, or, you know, maybe you're just like getting intuitive hits about your health and you're like, you know what, I just feel like called to like, you know, change my diet up and eat healthier, maybe start doing some physical exercise, you know, yada, 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 right? Could be things as simple as that, but the simplest things at times are the strongest, the biggest, you know, it's like all those small things, they add up, right? Okay. All right. So a lot of past life stuff coming, flooding through for sure. Abso-freaking-lutely that Akashic energy. It's like, I don't know, but I just recently started doing this somatic like workouts, and I've been like predominantly like focused on like my hip area, because I know I house a lot of like trauma there from past lives and from this lifetime, things like that. It's very quite normal, like our shoulder region, right? Okay, we could feel sometimes like that tightness, and you know, and then definitely like in the lower, because we, you know, tend to push things down, right, to suppress, and then it goes, all that energy and emotion goes somewhere, right, to be stored. You know, and for some it can later on in life show up as, you know, extreme arthritis maybe in your hip joints or your knee joints or your feet, or, you know, your legs start acting up, or you get or this, that, or right. These are just examples of somehow, like, sometimes like how that can physically affect us, right? Anyways, since I started doing these somatic like stretches and stuff, and they have like different ones here on YouTube, I've just been doing like the small, you know, like the things that I see like through shorts. And I can't remember right now the name of her channel. I'll try to remember after this and I'll pin it in the comments if you're interested in like following along or just looking it up yourself. But I can't even tell you, like, since I started just like doing these, and it was just like a couple days that I even like started like really doing it, the difference that it has been making. Now, since the new year, since the workshop and stuff, like I wasn't feeling good. My energy just was like, whew. That sometimes happens after a workshop. It is what it is. Sometimes it happens for me around certain full moons or certain moons, new moons, mostly the full moons. You know, I've been at this long enough where I get it, I know, right? So, you know, anyways, so I was kind of like down and out, right? And then I started feeling better, so I scheduled the live, and then boom, yesterday again, I was just like, no, I can't. So, you know, I'm hoping to take like a week off work, like just full, like a week off work. Maybe, I don't know, to figure it out, maybe sometime beginning of February-ish. But anyways, so maybe just a little bit of heads up, just, I don't know, or maybe not like a full 7 days, but maybe like at least 5 days off or something, you know, and just chill and relax and be just completely offline, disconnected. I'll have to, before I go, pre-record maybe a few messages for everybody and schedule them. I'll maybe do like preview ones or whatever, you know, and then I could actually be on the live with you guys maybe. Anyways, all right. I'm like, no, because then I'll start working. No, I can hang out. Anyways, okay. So going back, I like just started like totally just talking about, this is a time of goodbyes, of endings. Now I do feel for a lot of you guys, you know, you'll know how you need to shift or what you're being called to stop or end or heal or whatever it is. You may need to pull your energy away from someone, but I do feel that this is connected to the masculines as well. Like where they are creating endings or separated, you know, they're ending the cycles in their life. Okay, so this was like complete commitment. Okay, so there we go. All right. Card number 44. Yeah, there is a very healing love energy here, and what I mean by that is like commitment. But I also feel like this is commitment to yourself, and I feel like that's important. Like it's important for you guys to be committed and to show up fully for yourselves in whatever way you need to do that. You know, like just the stuff like for me personally that's come up over especially the last like month and a half. Last like 2 months has been crazy intense. You know, and I get it. We all have to function through it, and you know what I mean? Let's get actually a card real quick. You know, but you guys, like I'm telling you, like if you've been doing the work, if you've been surrendering, if you've been releasing control, if you've been healing, you know, all that stuff, if you've been going within and finding love, not outwardly from other people, but from yourself. You know, yes, does it feel good to feel love from someone? But when you're like needing it because you feel something is missing with you, if you don't have it, then that shows you right there, right? Okay, same thing with everything else in life. As far as outside stuff goes. Yeah, see, those things they're still, You know, this is like the devil card energy. It's about the master, the puppet master, if you will, which can sometimes be our own ego. Okay, but you've been mastering a lot of emotion here by releasing the devil energy and the control. See, you uncaging your heart and learning to be vulnerable once more. Okay, so, but I asked it to clarify this, and it is a masculine energy who's had their heart, like, it's like, feels like their heart has been imprisoned or something. I'll talk about that in the live today. Okay. Anyways, this card was on the bottom or somewhere, I don't know. And then I saw it, and I think it was on the bottom of the deck, and I didn't take it, and I started shuffling, and then boom, it came out. The delicate fairy and her ferrets. Change is natural, good, and yes, it can hurt. Yeah, see, change is good, and it's very natural, right? Just like everything else I said at the very beginning when I was channeling about the seasons and the cycles. There is a springy type energy around you guys at this time. You may not see it quite yet in the 3D, but you will. You may not feel it quite yet, or maybe you do intuitively, or maybe you've seen it, or you just know it, like something's shifting here and good things are about to happen for me, or that's what this, you know, is all leading up to in like 2024. And like even, you know, I feel like the first quarter of 2024, like there's a lot of like, it's beautiful. It's good change. But yeah, it can hurt. Exactly. Beautiful card here to confirm the message. Very connected to the animal kingdom here. You know, higher dimensional animals like the dragons, right? The energies of the dragon, and then also like cute little, you know, like the ferrets or these cute little fishies here. The clownfish and the, I forget what they're called. The dory fish, but I forget like what they're actually called. Choose your battles is clarifying this ferret card here. Standing your ground. It's funny because the download that I got was winning at a losing battle, meaning everyone that's come before you has lost at this battle, this trauma, this cycle. They've, you know, basically like conformed to it. And we were too until we weren't anymore. So you're helping to, you know, reprogram, to rewire. And I think that this is a message for like, you know, choose your battles as far as like, you know, there could be some people that maybe are triggered or, right? And it's just like the best, like one of my favorite like sayings or quotes or whatever is like go out into the world and like see people as if like every single person in the world was wearing a sign that says, I just want to be loved. You know, I just want to be loved. I just want to feel loved. Like that's truly like, right? And come from a place of compassion, because like even the most terrible that you would quote think were terrible, terrible humans, you know, tortured souls. Plus, who knows what kind of generational trauma and patterns are, right? But it's like, those are who we, I mean, everybody, but you know, we pray for those kinds of souls, right? I mean, we just pray for the healing, okay, is what I mean, for everybody. And that's a really powerful thing to ascend to, because that's like, I've talked about this in a recent message too. I think it was a Jesus message. That's what we are ascending to, is that unconditional love frequency, you know? And yeah, it was the Jesus message, because I talked about the crucifixion and I said, like, up until he was able to draw his very last breath, he would have gladly, like, he had love for those people in that moment. He would have gotten off the, the cross and hugged them and said, I love you. Like, that to me is just like, whoa, but I get it, right? Like, I understand, and I'm like, yes, I resonate with that unconditional love. But it's not always easy, right? So give yourself permission to be human and just like know that, like I said, you are never alone and you're deeply supported. And there's some really beautiful energies here. Okay. Actually, let's use what is it before I close out this reading? For the collective, they are winning the losing battle, which makes you the winner. It's the victor. Great success here. All right, the element of air is on the bottom of the deck. So a lot of like communication energy, but it's also about, wisdom, intellect, all of that. And you got the raccoon. All right, more little furry friends here. I think the raccoon it says like a problem solver, curious, ask questions. I feel like this is like, you're like a master problem solver. You're like a master manifester. You're it says creative, entrepreneur. Yeah, there's a lot of that I feel you guys tapping into more and more and more. Your entrepreneurial energy, your creator energy. And I feel like it's kind of like your success will just speak for itself. It's like all of a sudden people are just going to see you go boom, right? Like you're just going to blow up like in the best possible way, right? So whatever that is for you, it could be anything that you're pursuing, anything that you're wanting to do, and when I say blow up, that doesn't necessarily mean, it can mean, but that doesn't necessarily mean like you're going to, be like, global famous, for some, for sure, no doubt, for sure. But I think like what it means for me is like, like, I don't know, let's say you write like a spiritual book about your journey through awakening. Okay. Well, then then it's published and you get paid, good money for the publishing or whatever, or from a publisher. And then the book, it skyrockets through the community of the spiritual community and then expands outwardly. And then more and more and more people 5-10 years later, they're like, a lot of people know, right? It could be like that where it's like a, right? Okay. But I'm just getting like long-standing, abundance or divine inheritance. Resourceful. Yeah. See, you guys have been very resourceful through a lot. You've been very adaptive. You've been shifting, but you also, it's like, don't just like, I said this once, I'll say it again. Like I just recently said this in a message. Don't just like take people's word for it. Problem solvers, curious, and ask questions. They're saying use your own intellect in things at this time. Okay. You could have some like mischievous type energies around you, I don't know. There's always that kind of energy lingering somewhere, but I just keep getting like, it's not worth it, meaning like, don't engage, for whoever that's for. People trying to trigger you or, just get one more please before we go. It's Temperance, Sagittarius, the angels, and then you have the new beginning energy here with the little boy. Okay, this could also be like a little boy, a son, spirit baby. This is all about spontaneity, living carefree. There's more creativity, okay? But it's about brand new beginnings here. And what did I say that I was getting earlier about I said it was like very healing type love, like energy within 14 to 30 days with Temperance. Healing. Could be something about travel here, being outspoken, speaking truth. very optimistic energy. Again, with like it's like, it is Jupiter energy. So it is very like, you know, like lucky, like good fortune, luck, like all that. All right, and right as we say that, a farm truck drives by hauling a cattle trailer. So it's like, but it wasn't like a, like it was like an empty cattle trailer. There was no cows in it. That's why it like rattled. I don't know if you, how good you guys hear. I'm sure you I mean, I know because I heard it in my own videos. When that happens, it like rattles, you know, like you could hear it right there because it's like right out there. It's like the heavy load that you've been carrying is like being emptied. Like there's this, it's like an empty trailer, okay? It's like making room for all the new abundance, okay? And he was, you know, going way too fast for these country roads and for the fact that he's hauling a trailer, but that's another thing. But anyways, it's like things taken off, moving forward. And we got like the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter type energy twice. So yeah, so this is what I have for you, my loves. Winning the losing battle and coming out as the victor, as the victorious one, right? You gotta have faith right now and you'll see. So anyways, I love you so much. Thank you again for all of your love and support on the channel. If you guys want to book a reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box below. I offer a few different types of readings and services. It's always an honor and privilege to work with any of you guys. So, you know, yeah. And then what else? I don't know. Happy New Year. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope that this all connects with you. And thank you for being here with me on this journey that I know is just so crazy at times and so intense at times. But when you see the reward, when you see or experience yourself in a more healed way, or you can look back on the old version of self and go, I release you with love. I'm ready to part ways with you with love. You know that you're at this place and that there's going to be breakthroughs happening for you, right? So again, know that luck is on your side. The wheel turns in your favor. You're winning this losing battle. It's more of a winning battle, actually. It's you are the winner. And yeah, happy New Year's and happy January, my loves. Mwah.